guys. First episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today. First of many to come. Am I right, Nash?
Yeah, very, very true. I just really think that, as we said in the first introduction video, that it's going to inspire a lot of people. I'm a bodybuilder, and so are you. And I think we're very honest people as well, just naturally. But we're still learning. Both of us are the same age. You're a little bit older than me. We're still learning, but at the same time,
we're the same year, right?
Same year, bro. 94. So it's crazy, man.
You're July, yeah. You're July?
I'm December, bro.
I'm June. Oh,
you're
so
June. Your birthday just was recent. I remember your birthday.
We're like 6 months apart.
Yeah. So you're 27 now. I'm 27 in 5.5 months.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's awesome. So for the people who don't know, guys, me and Nash, we go back since 2017.
Not even that, bro.
Nash.
Earlier, man.
Oh, yeah. Earlier.
Yeah.
2016, 15. I don't even know. I can't even remember. I think 2016,
2016. Yeah.
2016, yes. 2016. Yeah, that's right. I was prepping for Pro-Am.
That's right. Yes.
I was prepping for Pro-Am back 2016. Yes. I think that's when we met at City Fitness. You were prepping for a NABA show, I think, for the 2017 season.
Yeah, for the 2017, 2016. So at that time, I think I met you when I just moved to Auckland. And Pro-Am was March. It's always
March 2nd. March 2nd. That was my very first show.
Oh, yeah.
I was only 20. I just turned 22. Well, not just, but like I turned 22
that year. Your birthday would have turned 22 in June. So you were 21 when you competed.
2016. No, I was 22 when I competed.
But your birthday's in June, right?
Yeah, so I was 22 June 2016.
And the competition was in March
2017. So I was turning 23.
But March 2017. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's ages ago now, man.
So that's how me and Nash actually met guys, at City Fitness Newmarket. I remember I was with Drew.
Yeah, Drew.
Nash was this big black guy. I was like, who's that?
I remember when you first met me, you were like, damn. I was training for 2017. Yes, actually, I was training for 2017.
I think you were I don't know, you were lifting some crazy heavy weight. I was like, well, I'm never gonna do that.
I still am, bro. 4 years later, nothing's changed. 4.5 years later. Bro, that was at a time when and there's actually a photo of us on my Instagram.
Yeah, if you can put that on when you edit it, if you can put the photo of us, but that was actually that was like July 2017, bro. I remember I was deep into our off season.
Yeah, and
we trained together as well that day. That was when me, you, and one of the other guys were training.
Yeah. It was Mike. If you remember Mike.
Mike, yes, that's
Mike.
Right, Mike.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike. I don't know where Mike is, but if you're watching this, shout out to bro.
He lives in he's in SA, bro. He's in South Africa. Oh no, sorry. No, he's not in South Africa. He's in the United States.
Is this not the long hair Mike, eh?
It is the long hair Mike, bro.
So I've met him before? Yeah.
You've met him many times.
I can't remember that.
Do you remember that? Oh, bro. Yeah.
This is the white boy, eh? The white guy.
Yes. Sorry. Yes, bro, him, the white guy.
Yeah, the white guy. Because I thought we were training with the brown guy back then. I can't, bro. It was ages ago, 5 or 4 years ago.
Oh, I did have a few training partners. There was a guy who's still.
You had the other Zimbabwean guy that you were training with.
Yeah, still a good friend of mine. He's just moved. He lives in Australia now, bro. He moved to Australia this year. Yeah.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, but
I hope he's doing.
Yeah, bro. No, he's doing really well. He's done really well in his career. But yeah, that's when we met. Hey, that was March 2017, and then early 2016, and then you were training for March 2017. You came fourth.
I came fifth in the Pro-Am.
For
completely natural. All my shows I did was natural.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't believe that, man.
Yeah, and then so me and Nash met then, and ever since after that, I think because I got married in 2018, I think we didn't talk then, you know, because we weren't talking because I was busy. We didn't talk for a whole year.
I think, but it wasn't like we had disagreed or anything. It was just life got.
Oh no, it was just like life came busy. Obviously, you know, I got married that year because me and Leslie got together back in 2017, and then 2018 is, you know, pretty much honeymoon period. You know, when you get into a relationship, you forget everything.
Yeah,
I know what I mean. So Lily, I didn't compete that year because we got married, and then life just got into, you know, life was too busy, you know, and then 2019 I made my comeback show because that's when everything was settled down, you know. And
so
then
tell the guys about your comeback show, bro, the journey behind that, because it's quite inspiring.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is like, so I came, so I mean we'll get into it, but I came to comeback show, but then after I started my coaching business, because before that I didn't prep any people.
Yeah.
Remember? I never prepped any people because I just didn't have that confidence to prep people, you know. So literally like at the end of 2019 is when I announced my coaching business on Instagram, and then Nash hit me up to coach him back in 2020. So now I'm coaching Nash as well, you know, which is a good journey, which we actually competed in 2020, you know, last year. Was it in October, Nash? Yeah. So we competed. So, you know, so now we are working on another project for next year. So that's how me and Nash actually, you know, hooked up again I think end of 2019. Am I right, Nash? Start of 2020, just before COVID.
Yeah, I think I messaged you just after I got married, which was December 2019, and
that's right.
I came to see you, bro. I remember when I came to see you. That was the Saturday, the day before Kobe Bryant died.
Yes,
that was crazy, man.
I remember because that's when I first came from Sri Lanka, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
Because me and Leslie went to Sri Lanka, and then we just came. I think it was like the 26th. I think 26th of Jan. That's right. Monday.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
And that's when Nash was like, "Yo, bro, can you coach me?" So Nash was one of my first prepping clients. He was my first prep guy, and we actually went in and we did a good job. But next time it's going to be undeniable, you know.
Bro, like for real, it's going to be crazy.
Because the South Pacific guys, that's when they started their channel. Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
And then one of the guys, I can't remember his name. I think it was
Mike.
I don't know.
Mike.
Yeah. He said that you had potential, right? You were backstage and stuff.
So I met him at the competition last year. He's great bodybuilder. Shout out to Mike, man. He actually told me that I could have come in a bit tighter in the night show. But that's all learning because we're still trying to understand the body and stuff. But he did point out in their podcast, but he also pointed it out at the competition and along with some other few people that, man, like for someone your age, like speaking to me, for someone my age, I've got so much like such a great foundation.
100%.
Yeah. So just when the muscle maturity comes, which will come with age, that it's going to get to an even greater point of progress.
Exactly. And also like I still think that was a really good look that you brought to stage. But I still told you I think we could have come and 5-6 kilos lighter, you know. But it's because of forward and like you were literally guys, if you're watching this, for people who are watching this at the moment, Nash was training with bricks.
Bricks.
I remember Nash was messaging me on Instagram, like when I was coaching him for the competition. He really didn't give up. This guy was really training with bricks. If it was me, honestly, I would not compete. But you had the warrior mentality, and you were like, "This is my comeback show. I need to prove." Because you told me the whole story. We're not going to tell this on the podcast. It's a little bit personal. But you told me why you wanted to come back and the things that you wanted to do. So that never stopped you. So literally you were training with bricks, with bro, you were training with like woods and stuff, you know, at your room or whatever. And I remember you telling me, and he still went on stage and competed there, and that's what counts. You know what I mean?
Ronnie Coleman is the best bodybuilder I have ever just watched or seen. But for me, I think like from watching Phil Heath's training, he was like what I guess we associate basketball with, like LeBron James, or football with Lionel Messi. Who would be the cricket equivalent, would you say?
Oh man, like Brian Lara.
Yeah, Brian Lara.
Sachin, do you know Brian Lara?
Yeah, West Indies, man.
Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin Tendulkar. Yeah. So like
even like, do you know Kumar Sankara?
He's for Sri Lanka, right? Yeah, Sri Lanka. Yeah. Man,
he could be.
That goes back. Yeah. So not necessarily like the greatest player, but maybe like the one that a generation can associate themselves with. So when I started training, I was looking at Phil Heath and going, man, this guy is ridiculous. And he was somewhat of a role model, probably up until maybe the classic physique started making some noise, and then it was like, man, this class is actually better, in my opinion.
100%.
Yeah. Easily. And now I'm getting to that point where it's like, I really want to become, if anything, one of the greatest natural bodybuilders that New Zealand has ever seen. And working towards that. So that's my journey, man. And still going. I'm still lifting heavy like the time I first met you. Obviously with a bit more wisdom now and not doing stupid, ridiculous stuff. Like I'm stretching and and I'm also just being wary of the fact that, because I'm 30 in 3 years' time, you can't get away with being
getting old.
Yeah, man, getting up there. So gotta just need to be a bit wiser with lifting.
Exactly.
But yeah, man,
that's awesome.
Yeah. What about like bodybuilding basics, bro? Like, what have you seen from your experience and maybe experiencing with clients? What have you seen has been the biggest strength I guess the biggest thing that people who are successful do versus what people who are not successful do?
I think seriously, bodybuilding basics, bro, for me, it's just consistency, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't beat consistency. Like, for me to build my physique naturally for so long, it was not like going to the gym, training hard every single time, which you have to do. I believe 95% of the time you need to go to the gym and train hard.
Yeah.
Give what you get. That's the fun part. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no point going to a gym and just going through the motion, You're not going to get anywhere from there, right? But again, you will get your days where you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, it's a leg day, but I'm not feeling right, So if you're not feeling right, it depends how you feel. If you're like super sick and stuff, obviously just stay home. But when I say like you feel tired, right? Like for example, say you had a hard days of work, 12 hours a day, and you're like, oh man, I'm so tired and I got a leg day, right? Okay, but you've trained like super hard. You're just tired. It's because you're physically tired, but you're just not mentally tired. Or it can be mentally tired as well. But I'm just saying you're physically tired, mentally tired, but it doesn't affect you not to go to the gym. You're just making a choice not to go. Right?
Yeah, very true.
But that's where you need to make the call and still make it. This is not going to be 100% leg workout that you're going to do, but you will get through the workout and really still do your best.
Good.
And that's where consistency come into play. As I said, 95% of the time you'll be training hard, and that 5% you're going to feel like crap. And I still want to go train, and you do it. You probably have one of the best workouts of your life, or it'll be like, it was an all right leg day. It's all about consistency. I think when it comes down to basics, number one thing is consistency. That's in my opinion anyway, that's for me. Consistency is key.
Yeah, cool.
What do you think?
I think I agree, the consistency side of things, but I think also just being obedient to your coach.
Of course.
I think that's been.
I'm talking like when people like when I first started up, I couldn't afford a coach.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
I started when I was 16. mean, I'm talking like being a teenager and you don't know what the heck to do. You're just living with your parents.
Oh,
You have no money.
yeah. I think
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I think if anything, maybe just to take it away from, because you've already just talked about consistency and you gave a really good point. I think just the eating, bro. Like, you know, Lee Haney, bro, one of the greatest physiques of all time, 8-time Mr. Olympia, once said, you can't train like a horse and eat like a bird. You can't train like a horse and eat like a bird. And that's what, and I guess I've been blessed with a very big appetite. So, you know, as a young bodybuilder wanting to pick it up, I guess one of the biggest things as to why I picked up mass quite well was because I ate a lot of food. And that's one of the things I see a lot of people neglect, you know, where they're training hard, man. You know, they're lifting weights, they're doing the cardio side of things, and that's all fine. But then you're hearing what they're eating, and they're just having a protein shake instead of having oatmeal. You know,
I don't know if you saw my Instagram the other day, right?
Yeah.
I said on my story, you can't eat like a bird and lift heavy. You know?
Yeah, I saw that. Okay. Yeah.
You know, and people have this persona like, I have to have abs off season. Seriously? Like, yeah, to an extent you do now. And don't get me wrong. A lot of people are going to disagree and a lot of people are going to maybe agree with me or not. But I think it's just my opinion. I see how it is, you know. Look, as long as you don't get fat in your off season, you're good to go and train it, you know. Like it's okay for you to get a little bit fluffier. Do you know what I mean? Like some people always worry about abs, you know, they want abs, shredded abs. Seriously, guys, like for me, all my gains that I made, literally, like when I cut down, in off season, I only had like a 4-pack. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't have like even right now, little dude, my abs are not even visible right now.
Yeah, same.
But workouts are insane in the gym, you know?
Yeah, same.
You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you to have like a massive ass tummy and a belly, and you know, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you know, don't worry about abs when you train. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially off season, like you got a time and a place for it. That's just my opinion, you know. Unless if you're on heaps of enhancements, like a lot of people do, you know, let's be honest. Then yes, you'll probably be shredded or even have abs and still, you know, make some good quality gains. Of course, it's PEDs, you know, it's going to help you a lot. But when you're natural, like yourself, you know, and when you're like if you're a natural lifter, just eat big and train hard. And don't, you know, it's okay to get a little bit fluffier. In my opinion, just don't worry about abs. A lot of people, literally, I get this question all the time with clients, you know, and I tell them, guys, you don't have to be fat, but you don't have to have abs either. It's just in the between, you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just have that body fat percentage where you feel like you're super gym and you're going to make some good gains. And that might be 15% for some people. That might be 20% for some people. Might be 23% for some people. Might be 12 for some people. You got to know your body and you got to work that out. Me personally, I'm about 20%. 20 to 22% I feel good in off season. That's just me.
Yeah, very good. Very good. That's a very good point that you've just said.
I mean, like, again, bodybuilding, you know, basics. If you're off season, don't eat like a bird and expect to grow. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
No, very good. Very good. Yeah. I think one thing that like going back to that point, you know, you just hear stories of people just having a protein shake and things. It's like, you know, a protein shake is a supplement. You're not going to just all of a sudden just, you know, benefit from just having that as breakfast or lunch or whatever. You got to have proper food. That is just aiding your diet, hence the name supplement. So yeah, when it comes to bodybuilding, you got to eat a lot. You have to. Especially especially for people that I guess maybe the genetic side is not in their favor. You know, that's not an excuse in my opinion. I think, you know, you can still develop a maximum a body to its maximum potential, or your body to its maximum potential if you're eating a lot. I think it's been, I think another thing as well is just not doing too many things too quickly. I just, there's a, one of the things that I benefited, and for me, I've never ever been injured in the gym, never. And that's now, bro, that's God willing, I'm able to not be injured all the way up until 2023. In 2023, that'll be 10 years. Actually, no, it'll be next year, 10 years in the gym at the end of next year. 10 years training, no injuries. And I'm declaring that right now, that's not going to be like, that's going to be the case. I will not be I will be injury free and all. And I've never been injured. And I think one of the biggest reasons, just looking back at all those years I've trained, is that I have not been stupid with my lifting, and I haven't done any weight that is just ridiculous. Yes, I failed at maybe a few heavier weights, but in that moment, there's either a spotter or I've got a lot of equipment, like as in, knee pads, all that belt stuff. But I'm not doing anything outrageous. I'm not trying to compete with anyone in the gym. I'm not trying to just enhance my ego. It's just consistency, because I'm in it for, personal gain for me. And what I'm doing will inspire people. I'm not trying to, lift the most or anything like that. And having that mentality has helped over time. But I do notice sometimes that some people want to rush too much into it. And sometimes that's not always a good thing, because it's a marathon. Bodybuilding is a marathon. Going to the gym is a marathon. Fitness is a marathon. And if you're taking it like 100-meter race, you're going to burn out quite quickly. I know a lot of people that I used to train with when I was 18 years old. Big dudes, man. Beasts. And 18 years old, that's now for me 9 years ago. And they've all a lot of them have burnt out. And that's only 27 years old, man. And they're not going to the gym. They're not, they're not looking after themselves in a fitness way. They just completely burn out because they're just rushing into it too much. Such an underrated thing that isn't talked about too much, but like, you need to just take your time,
Oh, bro, like you're so right. I think, and bro, I'm actually not as lucky as you. Hold on, I need to get a drink. I'm actually not as lucky as you, to be honest, because I've had quite a few injuries.
Yeah. Okay.
By lifting stupidly, yeah. But I do admit that, I haven't had much. I mean, remember, I've been working out since 2011.
Yeah.
I've been training since 2011, so this is my 10th year done, going into my 11th year of training. But I think a lot of things because I just didn't have the knowledge that I had today. No one was there to talk me about this stuff. In fact, I had to learn by myself. Back in 2012, you didn't have as much as fitness channels now, bro. You know what I mean? It was just literally we had to ask. Literally, I was asking my school teachers how to train.
Wow.
Even like 2012. I mean, I still follow him, a guy called Chris Jones. Chris Jones?
Yeah.
Beast Mode, Physics of Greatness.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from that dude. Back in when I first got into lifting, 2011, 2012, 2013, I learned a lot from Chris Jones, watching his videos back in the day, Physics of Greatness. I used to watch his vlogs, like his training style, high volume training, is what I actually incorporated in my training for a long time. Even now I do, because he was a natural lifter and I was a natural lifter as well. And tremendously my physique changed. So he was one of the guys that I actually watched, literally like religiously. I was watching all his episodes,
Nice.
when it came down, and I was a big I'm still a big fan of Chris. But I watched his videos all the time, bro. And he back in 2012, like he was one of the guys actually who, when he put tip videos and stuff, like he was the only YouTube channel that I actually knew. But now you have like thousands of them. You have the pro bodybuilders doing stuff. Back in the days, Jay Cutler and them, Phil Heath, who are reigning Olympians, they didn't do any tip videos and stuff. These days you have Brendan Curry's arm workout leading into the Olympia and stuff. You got Man, you got
All
like
of them, bro.
heaps of channels.
Dexter Jackson.
You could learn so much.
Yeah.
Learn so much. Back in the days, it was just Scooby. You remember that channel, Scooby?
Yeah, bro.